Life Uncensored, navigating adulthood one episode at a time. We're available on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You can also check us out on our website, life-uncensored.com. Come on over and see what you've been missing.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, Amanda Lockhart Davis, host of Life Uncensored, navigating adulthood one episode at a time. I'm here today with a special episode and a very special guest, my son, Alex, the Misfit himself. He has started his own clothing brand back in 2021. Those who have been following already know his story. Well, he's got a special event coming this week, 2 days from now, 2 short days from now. And we're here to talk a little bit about that and make sure that you guys come through and support this young Black entrepreneur doing his thing. So bring it to the stage, the Misfit himself, Alex. Hey, Alex, thanks for joining today. We're so glad to have you. I'm super excited about this shop. So we want to make sure that we give everybody all the tea, all the juice, all the coffee, all the stuff about this shop so they come out, know when, where, and how they can support. Audience, as you can see, those who are watching and not listening, that we have scrolled across your screen some basic information about the pop-up. So you see his website listed first, his Instagram and then just a little bit about this pop-up. So Alex, you're calling it the Misfit ISO pop-up shop. Let's talk about that. How in the world did you come up with that name, the ISO pop-up shop?
For the name ISO, it was actually really easy for me because I'm used to going to pop-up events where there's a lot of vendors in one room. So I called it the ISO because it's like referencing the basketball player, the ISO, when it's just one-on-one. So that's what it is at the shop. It's literally just me. So, yeah.
So for those who don't know, what does ISO mean in basketball?
ISO in basketball is like, at the park, it's probably the most common play to hear. It's just when you have a defender you know you can beat and you put them in a one-on-one situation. So you isolate just you two and you put all the other defenders and teammates to the side.
That's what's up. I love it. So the ISO pop-up shop basically is a play on words with basketball term that's just saying it's just going to be the misfit there. Just me taking care of business. I love it. Yeah. I love it. So what made you decide that, you're having it on First Friday? And for those who don't know, First Friday is an event that happens for the whole neighborhood in Old Town Manassas, Virginia. And it's the first Friday of every month, February through November, all year round. And so much happens there, right? DJs, live music, all the different restaurants that are in Old Town, they have specials and whatnot. They bring everything outside so you can have your food and whatnot outside and watch the entertainment. And each block, there's something different. So one block might be the DJ, the next block might be the live band. They've got stuff for kids, then they have different things. And that's what First Friday is. So Alex, what made you decide that this First Friday event was the ideal place to launch your first ISO pop-up?
It was multiple things, but the main part being I just know how good First Friday is and how much of the community actually comes out. It's like the whole Manassas, like Princewood, like you'll see everybody. But I just felt like it would be a good place to have it because of not only the foot traffic, but I also want to start having it on the regular. And if I can have it during First Friday, then I can kind of become a part of the event, kind of like any of the food trucks will pull up and support, or any of the entertainment, kind of like that. And then also because it being on August 1st, it's my last chance for back to school. So it kind of doubles as a back to school shop as well. So it's not just, just about having all the clothes out for an event, but it's actually the perfect timing.
No, and thanks for saying that, because that brings up another good point. Back to school. This particular drop because this is a new drop. This particular drop has a few things for the kiddos. Talk about what people can expect to see when they come shop at this ISO.
What you can expect to see is, of course, a whole bunch of graphic stuff, but for the kids, really for everybody, but especially for the kids during this time, I dropped a whole new line of backpacks. It's a brand new design. So I've got a lot of kids' clothes now. I have the sweatsuits. It's gonna be cooling off soon. Um, what else? Coats for the wintertime. It's really all things Misfit.
Yeah.
So it'll prepare them and you for the entire year, the rest of the year.
Yeah. I really enjoyed one of the new characters that you introduced us to, especially for the ladies, the girls. We've been affectionately calling her Misfit, MISS Fit. Can you tell us what inspired you to create that particular character?
To create that particular character, I just wanted to because I always use my same signature character with the vendetta mask and the sight. I wanted to do something more friendly and also something for the girls. She's not necessarily specifically for the girls' clothes, but she definitely represents the audience that I didn't even expect to grow as fast as the girls, especially the younger, elementary school and
Yeah.
the kids who just really love those graphics. So my Misfit character, basically just more about expression. The original character is more about mystery. She's more about like great vibes, colors, obviously.
Yeah, I love it. You guys are gonna love it. When you see it, it's gonna knock you out your socks. So what should your fans, your audience, your customers, your clients expect when they stop by to your ISO? It's gonna be from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. on August 1st. That's 2 days from today. Friday, August 1st, 4 to 9. So what can your audience expect to see at this ISO?
Well, the first thing is not only me, but to meet the team. I feel like that's going to be a fun part for everybody because you'll get to see like the people who help me at all the pop-up events or, even just ideas and business talk behind the scenes. It's going to be like kind of like a family event kind of thing. It's for everybody. You can expect to see all of my newest stuff, even some older stuff. I have clothes that have never come out or they're just not online. I love having all the bright colors, the reflective gear.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
We love the reflectors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Now let's turn the corner a little bit and talk about what it takes to put together an event like this, especially by yourself, especially for the first time. Talk about some of the challenges that you faced organizing your first pop-up solo shop. And what did you learn from it? What did you take from it so you know what to do or how to pivot for next time?
So challenges I faced. Well, first was the place. This idea came up probably late last year. So literally since like November, December, we've been trying to find a place. So the spot, the timing, of course, and then my clothing drop kind of getting not pushed back, but slowed down a little bit because of how the tariffs have affected not only my business, but more importantly, my manufacturer, guy who helps me out with all of this stuff because I couldn't do anything without him.
Absolutely.
It put big stress on us, and it wasn't necessarily bad. It made me lock in a lot more on not only taking care of like necessarily payments, but just to get the stuff out that my buyers have been waiting for. Just
Right.
I felt like I was slowing everybody down, even though it's not necessarily on me or one person, but
Yeah, but you felt it though. You felt that slow down.
yeah.
You were seeing people who were saying, "Hey, we're looking for," and you're like, "Give me a little bit more time." Do you feel like Um, sorry, those were the lights, the automatic lights in here. Do you feel like, if anything, that you gained a little bit more knowledge from that experience in terms of how to maneuver or how to time your drops and whatnot going forward?
I wouldn't say more knowledge because I can't control the prices, but it helped me out being more resilient.
Mm-hmm.
So, as soon as something like that happening, how fast am I going to get back to pushing instead of stressing about it or trying to think around about how to solve it? And that's not even just with the tariffs, but everything.
In general.
So, yeah, it kind of opened the knowledge up for life in general.
Yeah. Well, listen, success doesn't come without its challenges. So, seen and unseen, you know what I mean? Sometimes you see them coming, sometimes you just can't predict it. So, listen, straight up, from being an outsider looking in, you did such a good pivot in that situation in particular. You didn't let let it like put you in a place where you're like, oh well, all is lost, I can't do it now, everything's canceled. You were just like, okay, what do I need to do? How do I work around this? And you had ideas and things just fell into place. So I commend you for that. And especially because, at your young age, and very frankly, again, talking, from my generation's perspective, we don't see that a lot in the youth. A lot of times we're seeing, folks your age, in your age range, obstacle come up, a hurdle come up, and they're like, oh, well, all is lost, and they give up and that's it.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a thought in your mind.
Yeah.
Your immediate thought was, all right, I need to brainstorm this. What can I do? What are some of the other things I can try? And it ended up working out for you. So I commend you for that, for real.
Yeah. To be honest, it's just because I've been looking at my business for at least as long as I'm alive. I want to be working on my business, even if it's not closed specifically. So I just felt like this one thing wasn't going to ruin it. The upping in prices, but now I can know when I can go grab more time at the job, or hit an extra pop-up shops during the month I usually wouldn't schedule in.
Right.
So I can't. If this early on I give up now, then it just kind of ruins the whole thing. And it's not like it's impossible. If it was impossible, then it's different. But it wasn't something that is impossible to come back from.
Yeah. Stopping would have defeated the purpose, your main goal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my son, y'all. That's my son. You hear that? Yeah, it's my son. And then and you just said this. Listen, for the foreseeable future, for the rest of my life, I'm going to be working on my business, whatever it is. Where do you see the Misfit going next after this shop? Whether it's another ISO shop in the same place, growing, doing more shops. Like, where do you see the Misfit after this shop?
Well, immediately after, I'm gonna be vending more clothing shops. I'm gonna be a whole lot of Seoul and Fairfax. Sunday the 3rd, 2 days after the ISO. Down the line, I know I'm gonna be popping out to New Jersey for my guy Just Nice in September. Other than that, just kind of working on my fall drop, my winter, just seeing what I'm going to drop for the next season. While it's still hot now, I can be ahead of the game and going from there.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. Listen, guys, you don't know what you're missing. You need to lock in. Website scrolling below, themisfitllc.net, at the Misfit LLC on Instagram, even on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check them out. TikTok, check them out. August 1st, Friday, August 1st, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Not only will you be able to visit and really pour into and support a young Black entrepreneur, you'll be able to partake in some of the festivities of First Friday in Old Town Manassas, be amongst the community. Every single time we go, it's a vibe. Everybody's happy, everybody's laughing and just having a good time with each other, even strangers. There's been times we've been to these, and me and Alex's brother, my 10-year-old, had a dance off with a group of people one time. They were playing 90s music. DJ was playing 90s music on one of the blocks, and we just had us a dance off, and it was just hilarious. We're stacking high fives with strangers and stuff like that. So it's a whole vibe. So not only are you going to get the benefit of supporting a young Black entrepreneur, the Misfit, but you also be able to vibe with the community, right? So come on out, celebrate and support. We're going to be looking for you there, all right? August 1st, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Stay tuned for more information. Lock in, go to Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Make sure that you are following, sharing, subscribing, all the stuff so you can keep up with the Misfits latest. Alex, you want to close out by saying anything else? Anything else you want to remind the audience of?
It's going to be at 9411 Main Street, Manassas. 2 days. It's almost that time. So yeah, that's it. You'll see Manny out front. You'll see our mannequin in the front door.
Yeah, Manny's my fourth son. All right, so look for Manny. All right, Manny the mannequin. All right, Alex, we appreciate you. Family and friend of Life Uncensored. Y'all make sure that y'all lock in. Alex, until next time, good luck. Wish you well. I really, really know that this event is going to blow people out of the water. So let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Everyone, until next time, make sure that you stay well, stay hydrated, and do something kind for someone. You never know. You just might change the world.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's the Misfit. Just giving you a quick reminder that on Friday, August 1st, my ISO pop-up shop will be going down. It's in Old Town Manassas from 4 to 9 p.m. Friday, August 1st. Make sure y'all don't miss out.
I done seen the pain in my mama eyes, not fucking with the family, but I love my grandma with my heart. Really she the last of the realest people, that's a lie. Talking to my daughter through a glass, I gotta change my life.